welcome back to our channel, 3 Degrees of Shade.
It was cute. The mess up is makes it real.
You want this?
Can't fix everything and make it perfect because it won't be authentic if y'all.
Welcome back to our channel.
Not participating.
My name is Brianna.
I'm Cash.
I'm Shay.
And we are
Unapologetically uncensored.
Woo.
And corny, apparently.
So you had a big topic for us today. What's that?
I just want to say we're going to talk a little bit about equality, amongst other things. I just want to establish that even though we're going to talk equality,
I know,
there are unbiases and double standards. When
There
it
are
comes to
unbiases or biases?
when it biases and
You trying to use these big words and you don't even know what they mean.
biases and double standards when it comes to man and woman and relationship. So let's go.
So I believe that there's no such thing as equality except for in two aspects: time, 24 hours, and your brain. Everyone's born with the brain, and everyone has 24 hours in a day.
Where did Brianna go?
I'm here because this dress is giving me worker vibes. So yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm over it.
where do you want to just touch first? When we talk about it, we could talk relationship, we could talk individualism.
Individualism.
You need to chill out with
Just
these
adding
words,
the
Cash.
lisms and the un does not make it a
That sound professional this
word.
month.
It does not make it a word.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Try again.
individualism is a word.
Okay, cool.
All right, what do you mean by it?
Each individual.
But you brought it into you said it in a weird text.
So yeah, so there are double standards when it comes to men and it comes to women.
Mm-hmm.
As far as in the workplace or just different places.
So what gets me the tightest pause is when someone says like, "Oh, a woman says I can do this job as well as a man or even better."
Mm-hmm.
So physically, I don't think a woman is strong as a man. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care nothing about that. You're not gonna have the same testosterone level as a man, so you cannot physically do the job exactly the same. You can possibly do it as good, but you're not gonna do it as he does it.
And now you're talking about manual labor. You're talking about
Physical, yeah.
physical labor.
Yeah.
But there's some things that a woman can probably do that I can do because of.
But you're not gonna do it the way a woman does it.
No, like you're still talking about physical labor.
Anything. So in physical labor, I'll just use that example because let's say you have a stop job and it's like, oh, I can lift as much boxes as Cash. No, I can't.
Maybe she can.
No.
Shit.
Maybe she can.
That's what I said.
And I'm still saying no. So
I think that I think
this is just my opinion. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to offend anyone, but I just feel like you can't. The sexes cannot do the same thing as the other sex identical. So a man cannot be a mother to a kid and a woman cannot be a father to a kid.
Agreed.
Like you can just be the mother, you can be the father.
Agreed.
You can be the how do I put this? Like I feel like women have more texture to their literature where men kind of just say whatever they want. Like you with the isms and the uns. Right. That.
So a man
But,
sounds smarter than women. Is what you're saying?
A man smells smarter.
I just don't know where you're going. Or women sound smarter than men.
I said the literature. As in
literature.
Her writing is more clear, more organized. Where I feel like men's are jumbled. I feel like some women are more organized than men. But I feel like even if you have the same job, you're not gonna do it exactly the same. And to be equal means it's exactly the same.
I don't think it's meant to be taken as literal as you're saying. I think
But that's what equal means. No?
I understand, but it's more so if we work just as hard, and I don't think it's more so the whole stock and a guy can lift more. We like, of course, guys have physical attributes that women don't. That's kind of like nature, but it's more so in a more corporate type of if we work just as hard, or if I've been here longer, or if I'm doing a better job. Why just because you're a man you're being pushed over. That's the whole issue. It's not because he does the better job than I do, because he's the man.
But where are the facts that because he was a man, he got the job?
Well, then you would have to pull up certain stories.
Yeah.
But that's the whole purpose of, that's what surfaced the equality even conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Not, I should be able to lift 25 pounds because he can. No.
Yeah.
He's a man, so he's advancing over me because he's a man.
Where
That's
is that
more
happening?
when-
Maybe I missed that era.
It does happen, especially in the corporate, where they would probably favor a man over women.
Even in entertainment.
And
Women
entertainment, yeah.
talk about
yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I've definitely noticed men getting paid more than women in certain jobs,
Mm-hmm.
but me myself as being in the management position, you hire based on what you're looking for. So just because I didn't pick her doesn't mean she wasn't as good as you. Maybe I'm looking for whatever you had that she didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have everything exactly the same, but it's that one thing that makes you guys different. So you guys will never be equal, and that's why I made my choice. So I don't really like to get into that. Oh, well, he's a man, that's why he got the job over the woman. They were probably just looking for it. Just like if you're a model. So you think you're the beautiful person, I could think you're the beautiful person, and you'll still get picked over for the person with the buck tooth because they had a look for that person with the buck tooth. They had it wasn't that they were better. That was what they wanted.
So you believe that equality is there, and that everybody's being treated fairly?
I just feel like there's opportunities to be treated fairly, but you have to also put yourself in the position, if we're talking about corporate, to be in that manager position. Because this woman worked here longer, maybe she didn't change anything she did all these years. She's doing the same thing, getting the same result. Whereas this guy came and changed up his game every year, knew something, and I was like, all right, I want him.
I think Shay was leaning more to if there's a position, a high position to be attained, a promotion, and both it's a man and a woman competing or striving for that job opportunity, that it should come down to your work ethic and how.
And in 2019, I think that happens. I don't see anyone really getting passed up because of anything else, because it's such a big topic now. So people are going neck to neck, like, okay, if it's corporate, your numbers match.
Yeah, okay, so I get what you're saying. You're saying that it's outgrown itself, meaning it's coming more stable now. Yeah, it probably has, like you said, because people are more aware of it, but it's probably still happening. I mean, of course, it's still happening.
Like, I seen a Stranger Things. I don't think you guys watched that. It was the episode of the new season. I don't know if I should be promoting this, but
it's cool. I watch Stranger Things.
They were she was in the job basically just giving out sandwiches when she had all the ideas of how she could better the company and whatever. And they were like, all right, Nancy Drew. Like, they were like making fun of her. So I see that back then, but I'm saying right now in 2019, equality is not as big as an issue as it was.
But you know, equality is in this instance where I believe the government was deciding on the abortion issue, and they had, I think it was like 13 people, and 12 of them were men, and one was a woman.
There was no woman.
There was no woman at all. So how do you that falls under equality, because they didn't give a woman an opportunity to.
How do you know they didn't give a woman the opportunity? How do you know
there was no woman
based
there.
on people making a decision?
Right, but if there were no women there, what says to you that they just didn't choose any women because of it was a woman's topic? That's how you guys are making it seem like, oh, we don't want women to have a say because they're gonna make an emotional decision. When you don't know why they only chose men. What if women were like, this is too big of a burden for me to bear. For me
why men chose men? You said we don't know why they chose men.
So who chose them? Who are the people that's been chosen? Because I'm not knowledgeable on the topic. So I'm asking, who chose these men? Who put them in position? And why were they put in position? So if we don't have those facts, we cannot have an equality argument.
So you don't mind if, in any settings, men are making decisions for women?
If they're qualified to make these decisions, however they make their case to be qualified, then you can make the decision.
Without a woman's input?
Of course, you have to be qualified. So when I say qualified, you would have to know
what if they're qualified and they just
to be qualified, you need to understand a woman's point of view on the subject.
No man can thoroughly understand.
Right, but you have to. Subject. But you're gonna get a idea if you were in a.
But why have someone who has an idea versus someone who knows?
Well, for me, this may seem really biased because I'm a woman, but I feel like women cannot make huge decisions because we are emotional creatures. We act off emotion. One wrong thing and I'm blow the head off that soldier. Like we cannot think clearly when we're under pressure, when we're in our moods, when we're on our menstrual.
So why are you a manager?
What do you mean? But that is I feel like those are not big decisions as a manager. Those are not life and death.
You're managing people.
Right. You still manage a store.
You're managing a store and
that's a leadership position.
So
you're making
decisions. So what if somebody say, I'm not going to give her that leadership position?
But they did because I was qualified. Do you hear the words? Qualified.
But you're also a woman.
Right.
So your woman can out-qualify you. And that's
how does a woman, in 2019, that's why I don't agree with it. Because out of all the men that could have had my position, I got it.
Yeah.
So that does not apply to me. Because I was qualified.
So you're in that position. So nobody looked at you and said, well, she's too emotional. So why not give a woman that same opportunity? Because you're saying women are too emotional. Nobody said you were too emotional just because you were a woman.
You don't think they thought that?
But they gave you the job.
So
nobody put a woman in this position. You're saying,
but why did they do it? But I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
So if there was a guy that was qualified, just both of y'all had equal qualifications, and they chose the man over you, just because he's a man, you're good with that?
No, then that wouldn't justify.
Y'all are both equal, but they just chose the man because of what you said, because of that asterisk. Sometimes women make emotional
decisions.
We do though.
So you would accept that? You would have said, if they came in and said, you're both, they would.
I'm going to accept it. I answered your question. I'm going to accept it.
Even if that's being told.
Yes, because at the end of the day, women have to, I guess, learn to control. And I have learned to control my emotions, which is why I can qualify to be a manager. Because I'm not going to make. I have been a manager before and made crazy decisions, like fighting. Why are you fighting as a manager? That was a crazy decision. But because I was an emotional person, that's what I did. But now I have matured to a level where I can qualify and know how to control my emotions.
So do you think you're the only one? That's facts.
Oh, the only person qualified to be?
No, because you were saying how you used to be a manager and you made bad decisions, you fought, and then you grew up and then you matured. So my point is, do you think you're the only woman who has matured to make those?
No, definitely don't.
So if you can do it,
yes, they can. But I want to know is why do you guys think because there were no women on the team that they weren't qualified or they weren't given an opportunity to qualify for the position to make that decision?
Like I said before, that's when we have to go to things specific. But in many conversations, there's been the discrimination between men and women. Yeah. Just like there's discrimination in entertainment and corporate America, black and white. There's discrimination in all areas. So because things should be a certain way in 2019, the reality is it's not. So that's why it's still a conversation.
So
yeah, I don't mind it being a conversation, but I don't have much to say.
So if you believe that there's no discrimination between men and women,
I never said that.
So what are you saying? I want to. What is
Please do not put words in my mouth.
You're saying that there's no. You're saying that there's equality between men and women. I mean, yeah, between men and women.
I never said that was either.
So what do you what?
It gotta be proven that that's the reason she is being discriminated.
Yeah.
So do you feel the same way when it comes to black and whites in?
It has to be proven he didn't get the job.
No, because there has been many occasions where you can see clearly that a white person was chosen because of their color of their skin over a black person. You can see it in when we talked about our last episode last week when we were saying that the gunmen that were shooting, they just got handcuffed and taken to McDonald's where Trayvon Martin was just walking down the street, shot, murdered, killed.
But you don't know if Trayvon was the mass killer. If he was the mass shooter, no, I'm changing the scenario.
Okay.
If Trayvon was the mass shooter, and he was arrested, you don't know if he would have been taken to me.
Black people don't go up and shoot up places. I'm gonna just put that out there.
You kind of do know that. You kind of do know that because there's been people with fake guns that's gotten killed.
Yeah,
so you do know.
Especially when do you remember Sean Bell?
Yes.
Right, the day before he got married, he was just chilling with his man, and they shot him up. They would have never, if it was a white person, they would have tased him. Oh, mind you, my friend sent me a video. I don't know, I could probably show you guys. But it was basically a woman getting arrested by the cops. She refused to get out the car. And they was grabbing her. And all they did was tase her. Now, remember Sandra Bland?
Yeah.
They dragged out the car. And come on.
Yeah.
That's clear. That's clear. That's not something I need to see proof or evidence. Like, I'm not that.
I mean, I get
gullible.
it. I mean, I get it. Like, you basically saying you want the facts to be shown that this yada 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 yada.
So if there was a white Brianna, same qualification. So there's two. It's you,
Brittany.
It's Brittany and Brianna. Brittany's white, you're black, same qualifications. You believe that she would get the job over you?
No, because that has to be qualifications for me.
So if y'all both have the same qualifications, and
Right.
it's just the last thing is just to be chosen, and she gets the job over you.
There has to be a reason why she. That's what I'm saying. It has to be proven to me
So it
why
has to
she
be
got
proven
it.
why she got it. Oh.
Yes, I'm not.
So
gonna,
you wouldn't, if they say, "Oh, Brittany got the job," you just cool with it. You
why did Brittany get the job? This is the question. Not okay
because
it's fine. They did a fair job.
we
No,
feel
why?
more
You need to
comfortable.
know.
We feel going forward. Y'all both qualified, but
Right.
we feel comfortable going forward with Brittany.
Okay, and that's their
Fine.
decision.
Yeah, and you're good with that.
Yes, that's a decision but then you can't, and that goes back to what I said last week. You cannot state, all right, I'm down there. Oh, they took her. No, I'm gonna wallow in equality because she was white. No, get up. Try something new. Go somewhere else. Figure it out. You can't stay down there. Oh, because she was white. I'm black. I'm gonna protest. They pick. No,
Yeah, so
you're wasting your time
don't
when I can have more opportunities and take advantage of them. Okay.
What about equality in relationship?
There is none. And we spoke about that two episodes ago when we did gender roles. So, yeah.
There is none in relationships.
No. There are gender roles where the men should do this and women should do that. Let's make them equal. You do 100% of your job, I'll do 100% of mine.
So isn't that equal?
But you're doing different jobs, so how is it equal?
Oh,
It
so
could be different, but it's
No,
Like, I mean,
different
like a woman
doesn't
can't
mean
take out the
equal.
trash, kind of. It's just an example.
Michael.
Just an example. I'm just throwing out examples.
because the way I think about it
Because
is
you
like
said gender roles, so I'm guessing that the gender role of a man in a relationship is to take out the garbage.
I never said that.
I'm giving an example. These are just examples.
And I'm saying I never said that. So
Okay, so they both communicate and accept the roles that they will take in the relationship. Is what you're saying? They will communicate. Like if we was in a relationship, we'll communicate what role you will play
Yes.
and what role I will play.
Yes.
It doesn't have to do with each other's sex.
Right.
It has to do with the role and what you can handle and
Yes.
you can't handle.
I agree with that.
Very progressive. I like that.
Yeah.
How you
Because I just feel like if you're a better cook than me, you should take the cooking role. Let me take out the trash. If that's how it goes.
But in the equality conversation, that's not how that go. You cook, he take out the trash. That's why that.
Equality?
Yeah.
When it comes to
If-
equality in relationship, yes, it is. Like, well, and the gender role.
General,
Yeah,
not
general,
equality.
yeah. In gender roles, it's viewed that the
Yeah,
woman
that's
was-
general. But equality means that we are
Both have
equally doing the same
yeah,
thing.
or we have the
same job.
opportunity to do the same thing.
So if we're equally, how is it not equal? Because it's different.
Because it's different roles.
Okay.
That's like saying we both work 9 to 5. Cash is at a desk and answer phone calls. I do actually hard work. So
So then
we have the same time. We're in work, but we have different roles. That doesn't make us equal. You could come home and play video games all day. I'm going straight to sleep because I had a harder, longer day than him. So.
and it can be vice versa. Okay, so with that, then it should be then women should be able to initial relationships with men.
Women
It
do
has-
Initiate?
Initiate. Sorry.
Stop with these big words that you're
Initiate, yeah.
Women do initiate relationships.
Yes, they
Women do
do.
initiate relationships.
In all aspects, even in the date, like if you want to date or take him out,
You cannot
can
get a
take him
girl
out
unless
on
you
a,
say you could get me.
you can take him out. You can take him out on a date
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and you pay for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women
Sweet.
do that. That's not new.
Yeah, women do that. Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of women do it. That's good.
Oh, you didn't get taken out, boo boo?
I'm not saying
It's okay.
No.
One day.
I've been taken out before.
You have? Paid for the whole thing?
Yes.
Of course. You know why? Because you cheat.
It has to do with cheating.
Yes, it does.
It's maybe because she.
Because
felt
no
that-
real man's going to sit you unless you pay.
No real what?
No real man.
But you
gonna sit
just said
Yeah,
equality.
people could. I didn't say
and,
anything.
and gender roles. So it's out of a woman's gender role to take a man out to eat.
No, it's
No.
not. But she's
Or
gonna
take him
do
out.
it. But
not take him
when
out to eat, just take him out.
all
and
right,
take
she's
everything,
take him out,
and
right?
do
And
everything.
she's paying.
For
He's gonna
everything.
kindly decline that. He's gonna push your money back. He's gonna put it on the table. It's gonna be an argument. No, you're not paying. You're not paying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even though you have the idea
We're
of
moving
paying
the
for him,
conversation. Is it out of the woman's gender role to take a man
and I
out?
said
and-
no. Why you asking
Okay,
questions
then.
that we were
Okay.
answering?
You believe that a woman should be able, in her gender role, that she should be able to take out a man on a date. It's in her gender role to do that.
She can.
She can do it.
Not
Yeah.
like a general thing. It's kind of her
just do
choice.
it.
Yeah, she can just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you saying?
But you were saying that you were trying to put an asterisk next to like, oh, but no, the guy's gonna.
He is a real man, in my opinion. Because all these things are my opinions. Don't
okay.
come to me.
Good.
Always in my opinion.
Yeah, a real man.
Is going to decline that. Baby girl, I got it. I appreciate the gesture that you came out here with your pockets full, and he's gonna slide it right back.
So he's not a real man. So if he accepts her offer that she takes him out and she paid, he's not a real man.
No.
Because he didn't.
There's just one thing that makes him not a real man, but it's not completely.
For being in a relationship with a
completely not.
female, or having some form of relationship, even if it's dating or they're in a committed relationship.
All right, but you gotta
The
put some
woman-
pushback. Like, oh baby, don't worry about it.
And if he doesn't,
I see
if he
how it
just
works.
accepts it for the night, he's not
For
a
the
real man.
night, no, because it's gonna be a recurring thing.
And he's not a real man because he accepts a woman taking him out.
Yeah, because that's the gender role, right? The gender role is for you to pay.
But we just said that.
We said that women.
You're scratching over this, Shay. Talk to me. What
We
did you
said
say?
that women.
Uh-huh.
You said that.
But you said that there's no, once they agree upon it, once they both agree, there's no
what woman
specific rule
agrees
that
to say every day or whatever day I'm gonna just pay?
if she says, hey, I'm going to take you out tonight, and she takes him out,
okay,
and she pays for it.
okay,
The fact that he didn't pay for it, he's not a real man, you're saying?
yeah. The fact that he has a pushback. Maybe he pushed back
Forget
and
all that little asterisk. Because
Why?
he
Why
accepted the
Can
date.
you stop with the big words? Like I was saying.
So if he does that, is he a dub? If he accepts your date.
No, he's not a dub because if that goes back to us making an agreement. But I'm saying at least fight. Be like, oh no, I understand where you're going with it, but show me that you at least attempt.
So you can be like, no, I got it. Like,
Yes, you don't want that. No. All right, maybe I'm dragging it with the not a real man thing, but I'm just saying like I want to feel like ew.
But you got it. So,
But I got it. I always got it. I want you to know that.
But, so
Period.
it doesn't matter at any point in a relationship. Once that takes place.
No, in the beginning of the relationship, you can't play that. You can't pull that.
So when does
we talked about that already.
No, we're talking about it now.
Okay, we could bring it back up, but at the first date, you don't pay. It's a no bueno for me.
But we just said that if we're talking equality and gender roles, and not each gender doesn't have a specific role until they agree upon it. If the woman decides to initiate the relationship by saying, "Hey, I like you and I would like to take you out on a date,"
All right,
and that's their first date.
Yes, and that's their first date.
That's not the.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So you don't believe a woman should ask a guy out on the first date?
No. I
agree.
I say you can plan an event and invite him along,
and then expect for him to pay.
It's an event.
No,
It's an event.
No,
I'm not
So-
expecting him to pay. I'm saying, like, I'm gonna come prepared to pay for you. But if you go, nah, I appreciate everything you did, but I got this. That kind of,
spice
gets me a little.
We know what it does. We know it gives an ooh factor. But if she initiates it and say, hey, I have interest. Remember, the woman is initiating it from the beginning of the relationship, meaning she sought him out and she likes him, and she says, hey, I would like to take you out.
So that's wrong because you seek us out. We just reciprocate by saying, let me give him.
So a woman can't seek a man out.
Of course she can.
She can, but I don't.
You're limited.
I don't agree
You don't want to
with the approaching first. I feel like you can talk to the person, but you're not gonna flat out be like, yeah. So I want you. Call me.
No, it's not all that. It's like, hey, can I take you out?
That's not true.
What about?
I know people like that.
Yeah.
I never said you can't happen. I said that's a no
for you.
For you,
yeah.
okay.
This is on my views.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, but it happens.
But do you think it's something wrong with it, or that's just
no? That's just me. That's just
Okay.
not how I move. Like I can deep down inside, be like, that's gonna be my nigga. But he never gonna know he gonna be my nigga until he come and talk to me, and then I'll be like, yeah, I already knew he was gonna be because I peeped you across the hall. That's that.
Yeah.
And you paying for the first date. No,
He's paying for the first date. But if I have an event, like, all right, I'm gonna take you out of church real quick. Like, let's say you sobering, right? You want to keep the person going to church, so you do, like, say it's an event, and you want them to come, and it's like $20. But you know, if you ask them, they can be like, I ain't paying $20. So you do that. So you could do that. But if I'm going on like a date,
wine and dine.
No, wine and dine. No. If I'm going to an event, or my friends are going to Six Flags, I want you to come. Let me pay for your ticket. I'm going here. I want you to do that. But we're going on an intimate setting, me and you alone, and we locking eyes. I'm gonna need you to pay the check. Okay. Yeah.
I'm mute.
All right. So tell us I stumped you guys, and I'm happy. Tell us your views in the comments below. What do you agree with when it comes to gender roles, equality, and relationships? Thanks for watching 3 Degrees of Shade.